So we're here at the ATA show at the Darton booth, and with Aaron. You might remember Aaron from the first Darton video we ever did. Aaron's one of the longest technicians and prototype testers, is that right?
Yep. I've been with them since 2013, I believe, so back in the old DS3800 days. So yeah, it's been an awesome ride, and since Randy Kitts has taken over, it's just grown phenomenally.
So they have 3 new hunting bows this year. The Sequel 31, 33, and the Consequence, which is their level entry bow. And we've already just been over and shot them. I'm just going to say that, like, you could pick up the Consequence still. Like, that's a beautiful shooting bow. Yeah. It's amazing. That's going to be a hot seller this year.
We're hoping it puts Darton back on the map. I mean, our technology's always been there, and we're hoping to bring that technology and that great, that great persona of what a bow should shoot like, especially a budget bow, back to Darton archery. So.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see in the video, there's no stabilizers on these bows at all, and just watch how steady they are. It is insane. And I mean, like this, what the Consequence is 29 ATA, is that right?
29.5 ATA, 7.5-inch brace height, and we're still getting 320 feet per second out of it.
Yeah.
So.
And like, find a beginner bow it's also really light too, so it's nice. But like, hopefully I've got some footage over the top of this. The draw cycle on this is as good as the professional bows. It's so smooth. There's no dips or valleys that like someone like younger or a bit weaker might find hard. Like sometimes you watch people pull on a bow and they can't quite get over a hump or something. It just doesn't exist on this bow. So it's really, really nice. If you've got a kid or someone you want to get into archery, I think it retails for $650, is it?
Yep. The MAP on it is $650, and that bow's got everything that the Sequel does, basically. I mean, it's the same cams, same limb design, same pocket. The only thing different, basically, is the riser, and it doesn't have our little suppression system on the bottom. So a little different process in how we build the riser on that bow, but we really wanted to put something out there that can bring people back into archery, not be scared. For $1,000, you should be able to walk out the door with a sight, a rest, some arrows, and a fantastic bow that's up there at the top of the line if anything else is running.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm going to say, like, the only reason, like, I think Dana might go with this year just to hunt with it because it's a fun little bow, and I'm going to go with the Sequel 33 this year. But literally, the only difference between this is a little bit of stability, just because of the length of the ATA. Yeah. Like, I'm not overselling you or anything like that. Hopefully you can see in the video exactly how smooth they both are, but I just prefer slightly longer ATA on it. So I mean, this would be something that geez, by the time my sons are ready to hunt, the technology is going to be that much better. But I'm kind of wishing they were like maybe 7-8 years old and I'd get them started on this already.
Right.
So
yeah, and we do run lower poundage stuff on that because we do know that might be a bow that gets people back into the game. So it's just, we're really hoping that bow is it's probably going to be our top seller, and we know it's going to take a little bit away from the Sequel, but we're okay with that because we just want archery to grow. So.
Yeah. That's cool. And so let's run over the stats quickly. That's what people are here for. Right. Tell us about the 31 and the 33 Sequel. Almost the same. There's a little bit of weight difference, and the draw draw length has half an inch difference either side, right?
Yep. So the 33 goes up to 31-inch draw length, 26.5 to 31. The 31 goes from 26 to 30.5. So half-inch difference, and basically a quarter-pound difference in weight. Really similar riser design. It's the same up top, a little bit shorter on the bottom on the 31. We're getting 335, 334 IBO speeds, real speeds out of these. 6.25-inch brace height, so it's got a little more brace height than what some of the speed bows we've had in the past. And we really just worked on refining a cam that is smooth, yet still gives speeds that are up there with everybody else in the game. But it's just a solid system. We went with a different modulation system on this, so it's got an actual stop here. It comes in at like right around 87% let off. We do make a bigger tab. We can drop that down to 80. And with the way that we've designed this, there's lots of options for holding weight. So, and this, like I said, that cam is incorporated on our budget bow. So, I mean, the options are endless, basically, on what you can do and where you want your let-off set and draw length options. So we really try to be as versatile as possible with these new Dartons. So.
And I really like this. Like, I shot the Prelude this year, and I shot the Spectra before that, and the cam, like the draw cycle on this is much more like the Spectra. It's very, very smooth, and yeah, I'm super happy that you guys went back that way a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, really nice bows.
Yeah, I mean, the Prelude last year, and we still produce that bow. It's a hit, but it is a hot bow. I mean, that bow hits hard. I can speak from experience this year in the deer hunting woods. I mean, it's done some amazing things for me and a lot of others.
Yes.
But you try and find that perfect fit for everybody. Everyone's got a different feel. Everybody likes a different draw cycle.
Yes.
And the biggest thing with these is they're dead in hand. I mean, for a bow that you're shooting directly off of the riser,
yes.
no grip, no tape, no nothing.
Yeah.
This bow feels amazing after the shot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I hope they're watching the shots of me. But there's no stabilizers on these bows at all, and they are just. I mean, you could, like if they were sighted in with a sight, you could be just punching 20s all day, air 20s, sorry, yeah. So it's, really, really good. I'm looking forward to, hopefully running some through an animal soon. So
awesome. Yeah, and one other thing we did change, we went with an all-natural string this year.
Okay,
what
cool.
we're finding is that our serving sizes are much more on spec from bow to bow, from string to string. So our cable stayed the same. We're using an all black there, but when we get up into our end loops and into where our strings are hitting inside the groove of the cam and our center servings, everything has been spot on. And with going with that natural, it's natural. I mean, there is no dyes, there's no added, so all the strands are fitting the same. So that's been another improvement. And we're building a great string. We build the strings ourselves, we build the bows ourselves. Everything is made in house in Hale, Michigan. So
yeah, that's cool. And I'd just like to say, like the roller guards are great, even on the budget model. Yep. Yeah, well, the budget, I shouldn't say budget, but the beginner level model, it's got roller guards on there. So that's great. Like the plastic slides that were on the Spectre, right? We moved away from that, and it's nothing but quality components and everything now. It's good.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've also worked really hard on trying to find the limb deflections so that if there is, tear issues, we've worked so hard on that. We don't think we're going to have them this year. And we've also incorporated a new shim system. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in there, but it is a single piece shim and they're color coded now.
Okay.
So if you run into issues with a tear, you pop one shim out, either flip flop it or put a different shim in there that's a different color. Mm-hmm. So it's just going to be that much easier for the dealer to have to work on those boats if the case need be. But like I said, we worked so hard on getting the proper limb deflection.
I was going to say,
I don't think that's going to be an issue this year.
Every single boat I've ever had, we just set up and it's almost shooting bullet holes straight off the.
Yeah, and unless you've got some sort of crazy tear left, right, it's not really going to be necessary to do any shimming. I mean, that's why rests are adjustable, but we like to keep everything center shot as much as possible, and that's what we work off of.
Yeah.
We put them center shot, and we'll change the limbs at the factory to get that to shoot center shot with the rest where it needs to be. So,
this is a real story. I have a friend that shoots Hoyt, and how much more expensive they are, and he was boasting. He said, mine shot bullet holes straight out of the thing, and I said, so did this, and it, saved me €800 or whatever. And he just looked at me. It's like there's really no difference anymore. It's a great quality bows, and I shoot next to those Hoyts, and they're always impressed with the bows. I think you got to try this, and they go, "Wow, this is amazing!" And that's just the whole thing. Is the more and more people that start shooting Dartons, they're going to realize this stuff. It's like it's going to sound weird, but it's like saddle hunting. As soon as you get someone in a saddle, they're like, "Okay, now I get it." Exactly. As soon as you put a Darton in someone's hand, they're like, "Aha, okay, yeah." And it doesn't cost me $800 more, so it's good.
Yeah. And also one other thing we want to touch on: these bows are extremely quiet.
Well, the target market is 10 times bigger. We're working on some cooperation with.
That's my bow this year, the 33. Yeah, for sure.
In here, we're shooting, and that's the first thing everybody says is, "I can't believe how quiet these are."
Well, we'll put it this way: when you go to Africa and you have a PH next to you who's heard a bazillion different bows go off, and he goes, "Man, that's a quiet bow." You better believe that.
Exactly, yeah. And like I said, we've actually got rid of some stuff that would help that process on these, but if it's not needed, it's not needed. So let's save the consumer money, let's save ourselves money, and let's just produce a fantastic bow that's going to fit good in everybody's hands, and everyone's going to be pleased with it. So.
I'm really looking forward to my hunting season with the Sequel 33. The color options are the same as last year, right?
Yep. We're running the same color options as last year on them. The Consequence doesn't quite have as many color options just due to the fact that it is, we're trying to keep the price point down.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we've got a wide variety of colors, and I know we're working on some other awesome stuff for next year already. So
perfect. Hey, Aaron, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
Glad to be back, man. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.